Have you ever felt like you need to hide your softness and intuition behind armor in order to head out into the world and be successful as a woman? This is an ancient story, and we can find it all over myth and legend. And that's why I'm starting a series on goddess wisdom for the modern woman. And I'll be using Maureen Murdoch's Heroine's journey to help us navigate through how a woman moves out into the world in that armored way, separating from the feminine, and ends up reclaiming the feminine and integrating the masculine in a really healthy way. And so we're going to be talking about all of that throughout this series. As humans, we really have lost a lot not having those kind of myths in our life. A lot of gods and goddesses are messy like human beings, and being able to see ourselves in these spaces, and it helps us understand ourselves better. And often through ritual, we're able to actually be healthier in mind and body and spirit. And so we're going to be taking a look at all of these through the lens of the heroine's journey. And Maureen Murdoch studied with Joseph Campbell and offered this heroine's journey because she thought women had a unique process that was different than men. And the hero's journey, is like the hero moves out, is on a quest. He's got dragons and obstacles to fight through. And once he is able to resolve his quest and solve all those issues, he's successful and he gets the prize or whatever it is. Very linear about success out in the world, lots of external type things happening that helps a man find himself. Very reminiscent of episode 4 of Star Wars. George Lucas was heavily influenced by Joseph Campbell. And so this story is all over myth. And Maureen thought women had a different story. And women are much more cyclical. We're much more tied to the rhythms of the planet and the moon, our reproductive system, our menstrual cycle, the way that we can create life in our body and have a process for growing that life and birth. So it's very much based on that. So there's often a cycle in life: birth, death, rebirth. We see that in some, in religion with Christ. That structure's all over myth and religion. And humans we just need those kind of things in our life to keep us healthy in body and mind and spirit. And so I'm going to be offering my take on that. I'm going to be adding in my own experience of the heroine's journey and talking about how that showed up in my life. Some of this series is fulfilling some of my own curiosity and allowing me to give some structure to this in my own life. And then I'm a certified internal family systems therapist. So I'll be bringing that in. I've done a lot of studying of the Enneagram and some depth psychology, because the structure that Maureen shows in the heroine's journey, the final step is the integration of the masculine and feminine. And Jung talks about that being a major piece of what we're on the planet to do as humans. He talks about individuating and integrating the masculine and feminine for both genders, because masculine and feminine has no gender specificity. It's about, it's an energy that we all carry. We carry masculine, we carry feminine, and this is about balance and integration. So we'll be moving our way through the heroine's journey, focusing on a goddess each month. So I'd love it if you would like and subscribe the channel so you can see our first video coming out in next month, and it will be about Athena. And then we'll be exploring, other goddesses, and even something more like Mary Magdalene, that was very involved in Christ's ministry and talking about how the patriarchy changed her role so much in religion, in our Christian religions, and talking a little bit about that potentially. The goddess path is waiting for us, and I'm really looking forward to walking it all with you, and I hope you join. And please take a look at the description of the video if you'd like to look at how I work and have an interest in learning more about that. You can schedule a time with me.